see. Now this makes me nervous.
Time. Oh my word! It's going to be another one!
xQc has got a match rating of 0.3, and today we're going to see whether that's accurate.
What?
So as Bazinga is approaching the goal, first of all, what the hell is Gideon doing? But as Bazinga approaches the box, xQc is in a very good position. And at this point, xQc should come out towards Bazinga, closing the angle down, closing the space down, so that Bazinga has a harder chance scoring against xQc himself. However, this is what happens instead. xQc doesn't go towards Bazinga and moves closer towards his post, allowing that free option to the left hand side of the goal. I mean, if I stop it right there, you can see xQc's foot is almost touching the post. So he's completely in the wrong position, even for the shot. Ooh. So in this scenario, xQc has stayed quite deep. The ball has come off wheel. If this ball goes out, it's a corner. xQc can prevent it by, instead of letting that ball bounce and trying to catch it after the bounce, he could potentially go and catch the ball before the bounce, preventing a corner from happening.
Would be greedy. Lovely delivery. It's not bad at all. Freezing.
I believe corners will be a problem for xQc, considering they are a difficult and very awkward ball to go for or even defend, especially for a new goalkeeper like xQc.
Box performance. Absolutely. He's gone for goal there. Ooh. First question asked. Well.
In this scenario, Simon has put in an in-swinger into the box. First of all, as a goalkeeper, you'd ideally want to have a player on your front post, maybe on your back post, depends on how you like to defend your corners. Just because he didn't have that front post player, he probably positioned himself a little bit higher. In this scenario, as the ball comes in, thinks Toby's going to header the ball, and that's why he kind of puts his arms out, trying to parry the ball a little bit or trying to catch it, and he gets caught off guard. However, he reacted to it super well, grabbing it and going to the floor. That's actually a good pass, first time pass. xQc isn't taking the goal kick. In fact, Will is taking the goal kick. First time pass wasn't the greatest. It didn't look biomechanically fluid. I understand why he's not taking this goal kick, because that goal kick is probably not going to leave the 18-yard box. Let's just see Will's goal kick.
Camera on his chest, but as we all know,
oh god.
Picks up the ball on the right. Can he deliver? He's got a couple guys at the back post, including Big Star. He's not going to make it.
So as Simon was going down the line, we can see xQc's position is actually pretty good. I'd put him a little bit closer to the front post, as we saw against Cal the Dragon.
Can he deliver? Randolph wants it.
Yeah, that could happen. As soon as Simon crosses that ball in, xQc jumps forward, even though that ball's not going towards the 6-yard box. Therefore, he should stay where he was originally. As that ball's dropping down to Toby, xQc has just realised he's in the wrong position and he's dropping back. But if he was in that position originally, he wouldn't have to move whatsoever.
I think it's onside, you know. Simon could score at a great time. He's currently 1-1, but no!
As we can see here, xQc's positioning for this shot is actually pretty good. He's positioned well, covering his front post, his far post to the best of his ability. However, his diving biomechanics aren't the greatest. And what I mean by biomechanics is the way how the body works. His set position here is pretty wide. His legs are quite wide, meaning that when he does power step and spring, he doesn't get enough power on his legs. As you can see from this angle, xQc doesn't even power step. He just stands where he was stood and then goes straight for the spring, which means he doesn't have enough momentum to get down there and to spring. Oh no, xQc. Don't know what it was. He might have got scared of the ball. He kind of like semi-put his hands there where they should be, and this should have been a save 100% because the ball was going central. xQc didn't really have to dive, and you could see his frustration straight after the shot that he didn't save it.
Oh, done well for a debutant.
These are minor details, but these are really good details. So as Gideon passed the ball back, I think, xQc took that touch away from Toby, or whoever that is up front, which is very good, taking it away from the attacker, making that angle, pass it to wheel as well. But not only that, as soon as he passed the ball, he went straight back to goal. Small details, but a goalkeeper coach and anyone who's a goalkeeper will appreciate that.
He's got family, you know.
xQc has used the correct technique, using the basket. However, his eyes were up here looking straight forward, not at the ball as it was coming in. That's why he didn't catch this ball. It hit his arm, hit his chest and then left. But not only that, the way he reacted, he kind of got up in a weird way, but he got up quickly, so that's fine. However, instead of attacking the ball, making just a spread save or even smothering, jumping at the ball so that way Manny can't shoot, xQc does this. He jumps backwards trying to save the shot. Jumping backwards trying to save the shot when the attacker is in front of you, you're giving them a bigger frame of the goal to aim for. Meaning that this was so much easier to score for Manny than if xQc were to attack the ball as soon as he dropped it. Long ball, xQc comes out free. So as that ball comes in, xQc, why could you not catch that ball in your box? You were allowed to catch it in the 18-yard box. Let's think about it, xQc. You're passing that ball to who? To Gideon, who's running straight at you, or to Vicstar? Because at the moment, that pass is woeful. Why is xQc running back into the goal? Is it because it's free? Now let's think about it. You lose the ball at the edge of the box. Do you sprint about 18 yards to get back to goal? Or do you sprint 2 yards to get the ball and kick it away? Yeah, I think I know my choice. xQc should be about 2 steps more to the left, looking from the GoPro angle in the goal. But looking at his dive, he doesn't do a power step, he doesn't do a shuffle. Fair enough, the shot is taken from close by, therefore he might not fit a shuffle in. However, he should do a power step and then spring, because that power step gives you the momentum and that spring gives you the power to get to the shot. Because look how close xQc was to the ball. He got touched to the ball. If xQc did that power step and sprung towards the ball, he's saving it.
Not a bad ball though. xQc, gobble it up. Yes!
Well read. However, xQc, I would definitely say catch it like this, as you have more control, rather than trying to catch it like this, or you like a Danish.
Can he score? Can he pass? He goes to Harry!
Bruh.
They're known to get 7. The technique on the
xQc was, to be fair, he was pretty close to that ball. His position for the shot was actually very good. However, his dive was a problem. He didn't power step and his spring wasn't good enough. Nonetheless, this is a great shot from Harry.
known to get 7. The technique on the
Now the thing is, if that shot happens and you can't get there with 2 hands, use 1 hand. Because look at this. 2 hands, 1 hand. You get yourself extra distance to get to that ball.
Speaking of forwards, Danny Aaron's coming in on 4.1.
Bro thinks he's the main character now. Nice easy
Very
pick up.
good.
Great pick up there.
Injury time. What a ball that is, by the way. Many men. Simon.
As this ball is taken, xQc is honestly in a really good position. I would only say he should come out towards Simon to close the angle down even more. However, he's been saved by Carl Jacobs here.
Simon's put it in a dangerous area.
Ooh. So cross coming in, xQc is in the wrong position first of all. But second of all, as you can see, he's made his decision up too early to go for the ball. As he went forward and had to drop back because he knew he could not get that ball. I like xQc's confidence coming out for crosses. As a lot of goalkeepers, they aren't too confident coming out for crosses.
Vic, it's through. It's going to go a little bit. Past him, he's going to have to keep it on.
What is this? This hand positioning. What is this? Your hand position should be about here, like so. Not like that, like so, like this. As Josh plays this ball in, xQc should be run out to this ball and smothering it from under Vic's feet. So that way he takes control of the ball, ready to counter-attack on the other end.
So he set up a lovely attack. xQc, this makes me nervous. He's done well.
Nice find, that's a really good pass.
He's up the rear, Clattenburg. Zerka goes for it. Probably
A nice easy pickup.
time. We're almost 4 minutes into it.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And that's the game.
Yeah.
That's the game
Okay.
that goes in. And it has done, I think. No, it's not. We're almost
In this position, xQc should be screaming at Chris to get the ball out because he should not be playing with the ball in this area. However, the way xQc reacts to this ball,
4 minutes into it. Oh, wow.
he comes out for it as fast as possible, trying to get the ball. That is really good. It's just unlucky, it's unfortunate that Manny got the ball over his head. xQc has done the best he could, and that was more than enough to cause pressure on Manny and give Chris enough time
Wow. And that's the game.
to get the ball from going into the goal. Now, xQc probably forgot the rule here. He thought that if a teammate passes you the ball, he can't pick up the ball. However, this was not intentional, meaning that xQc still could pick up this football.
Just speed. Just speed. Have some composure, lads. There's no keeper in. That's offside. Surely. Surely that's offside.
Oh. So this is another scenario where xQc should be screaming at his defenders for not doing their jobs properly. And as this ball is kicked here, xQc should step about 2 to 3 steps forward in case one of these two players get the ball. However, Chunks kicks that ball, he should be sprinting forward to make a split save, a smother, whatever. Get that ball under control or away from goal. Being in this position, you're practically useless as a goalkeeper, as that attacker has got the whole goal to aim for.
Josh has a Millwall
Well
goal.
positioned for a shot, had covered nicely.
Don't shoot, Deji. Oh. Left-footed
Jumped a
effort,
little
he
bit too
catches.
early, got the ball under
He's
control,
not at all.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Still alive though. Chance for Zaka. Oh. It's going to fall to Deji. Great block from Jacobs. JJ on the edge. Left foot. Oh.
Okay, xQc for this entire play had very good positioning,
The outfit.
and that was the final play of the game. So overall, xQc has conceded 8 goals. 2 of the goals were honestly his fault. One of the goals wasn't actually his fault. Now, out of the 8 shots, could xQc have prevented them all or saved them? Yes, xQc could have saved or prevented every shot if he used good communication to his teammates, if he dived properly, but also if he got his hands behind the balls. FootMob given xQc a 0.3 rating. Is that rating fair? No, I don't think so. I think xQc deserves a little bit of a higher rating. Giving xQc a 0.3 rating was a little bit too harsh. I think he deserves maybe a 1.9 like Cal the Dragon. Now if you got to this point in the video, comment save and goodbye.